Tommy and Chucky are having a little sleepover. Tommy is playing around with the light switch until Dee Dee arrives to stop him. She puts Tommy and Chucky into the crib and tucks them in. She turns on Tommy's Raptor nightlight, wishes them a good night, and leaves. Tommy settles into sleep, but Chucky is worried. He tells Tommy that when the lights go off, the monsters crawl out of the shadows. Tommy points out that the nightlight is still on, so Chucky doesn't need to worry. Meanwhile, Stu's in his workshop preparing to test his latest invention, an anti-gravity playpen. He activates the playpen, causing the toys and crash test dummy baby to decide to float. Stu is happy until the objects start to wobble and fall. The playpen overloads, causing a power surge that shut down the power to the neighborhood. Stu fumbles around in the dark basement, trying to find the fuse box. The nightlight in Tommy's room goes out, making Chucky scream in terror. Tommy tries to calm Chucky down, assuring him that monsters will not come in to get him because monsters don't exist. Just then there's a loud thumping from downstairs. Tommy and Chucky both scream and panic that the closest monsters are going to get them. Dee Dee goes to investigate the thumping, which is coming from the front door. She opens to find Betty with Phil, Lil, and a battery-operated espresso machine in her arms. Betty points out the whole neighborhood experienced a blackout, which is as good as a reason as any to try out her espresso machine. She puts Phil and Lil into Tommy's crib. The twins notice large lumps underneath the blanket, so they poke them, causing the lumps to yell. The twins yell back, but they realize that it's just Tommy and Chucky hiding under the blanket. Lil says that the lights are gone at the DeVille house as well. Chucky tells the twins about the monsters and points out all the creepy shadows on the walls. Chucky and the twins hide under the blanket, but Tommy leaves the crib to get his flashlight. After finding it, he shines the lights where the monsters are, revealing piles of clothes and toys. Chucky calms down again, feeling silly for being afraid, but then the battery in the flashlight dies, making Chucky scream again. Phil wonders where the light goes when it gets dark. Tommy then tells the babies about a memory from when he was a few months old. It was very late at night and Dee Dee was going to give him a bottle. She brought him to the kitchen and opened up the refrigerator, where Tommy saw light. He figures that the light hides in the fridge where it gets dark. The twins agree to help Tommy go to the kitchen and get the light. Chucky refuses at first, but everyone leaves. He decides to follow, since being alone in the dark is much worse than being with a group in the dark. Meanwhile, Dee Dee and Betty are going to the emergency supply kit. Spike carries his leash up to Dee Dee wanting to go for a walk, but she shoos him away. Grandpa Lou is trying to get a fire started in the fireplace with magic logs. Spike approaches him with the leash as well, but Grandpa shoos him away too. Stu, still in the basement, is filling up the fuse box. After installing a fuse, the lights come back on briefly but go right back out. By now, the babies have made it to the living room. Chucky is still scared, but Tommy points out that no one saw any monsters while the room was lit. Chucky sees something approaching them and panics. The thing then walks up to Tommy and licks his face. It's only Spike and his glow-in-the-dark collar. Tommy gets on the dog's back and rides him to the kitchen while the rest of the babies follow. Finally, the group makes it to the kitchen. They try to pull the fridge door open by the sides. This doesn't work, especially when Chucky starts hitting the door with one of Spike's bones. Tommy then points out that they need to open the door by the handle. The babies are unsure of how to reach it until Spike brings them his leash. Tommy ties the leash around the handle, and all the babies pull. Spike even joins in the pulling. At that moment, Stu finds the proper part to fix the fuse box and throws the switch. The lights come back on just as the babies open the refrigerator door. The kitchen fills with light and the babies are proud of themselves, assuming they're responsible for bringing light back. Stu comes back upstairs and finds the babies in the kitchen. Dee Dee says they're too young for midnight snacks and takes Tommy and Chucky back upstairs while Betty takes the twins home. Dee Dee says that since Tommy and Chucky were so brave about being in the dark for so long, they don't need the Raptor nightlight anymore. She powers it off and leaves the room. Tommy and Chucky start screaming again.